Towards the back of the garden, I can see several small shacks, two looking like tool sheds and the others looking like greenhouses. All in all, it's actually a rather incredible sight to behold, and not one I was expecting for a school like this. Behold, the school's garden! This is every kind of plant you could ever think of to research, look at, or eat! I highly doubt it has every kind of plant. Well, that's true, I suppose. We can't seem to find the super duper rare types of plants, though, but we have most of the common types of plants from around the world, and we always import new ones every year to either add to it or replace old plants. Really, it all depends on how many students want to participate in the agriculture studies. Wow, with the size of this garden, that must be a lot of students. Well, I hear that this year it's less students than in previous years, but that makes them no less important. There's even an agriculture club. So I hear the students have dwindled from it as well. That's weird. With such an expensive and well-maintained garden, you would think it would be a bigger draw from the students. Like I said, has been, just not recently. Honestly, I see more people looking at their phones and video games than in books and walking around. That probably has something to do with it. I don't know what you're talking about! That's a shame. Maybe I'll join the club. Taking care of the plants sounds relaxing. Their organization could use a little work. Perhaps organizing by genus or species. What do you think, Tom? Don't ask me, I don't know anything about this stuff. That'd be awesome if you did. They could use the help. Though, in a moment, Polly's face lights up and she grabs our wrists again. Quick, get behind that bush! In a flash, Ty and I find our visions filled with foliage. Yeah, Polly, what the hell? Oh, swearing. Shh, you'll scare the animals. As I try to shake Lisa out of my hair, Polly curls her hands over her eyes, like she's holding an invisible pair of binoculars. Animals, where? Following Polly's binocular gaze, it's easy to see who she's looking at. In the distance, there appears to be a girl tending to some animals. The first thing I notice is a striking pink hair that reaches down to her waist. Where Polly's is darker and more vibrant, her hair looks soft, glowing faintly in the sunlight. She picks up a candy bar wrapper from the grass and deposits it into the nearest trash can, sighing contentedly. Can't say I know the joys of cleaning up. Polly, who is that? Her name's Faith Summers. She's super in tune with the environment, man. Totally green. She's the head of the horticulture club, which means a lot of trees and shrubs come her way. I could have guessed. She's probably the only one in this garden at the moment besides us. And with us hiding behind a bush, it certainly feels like we're trespassing. She takes a seat at a nearby bench as her head pans from left to right, smiling like a fairy tale princess surrounded by her loving subjects. A bird flies down and sits on top of the bench, accompanying her. Next, I'd expect to see a ray of sunlight peek through a gap in the trees to shine on her and her to break out in song. Alas, not a noise is heard as Faith tentatively reaches for the bird, as if to pet it, but of course the bird flies away. Yep, she's a real animal aficionada, which I guess is a shame, since Starswirl doesn't permit pets on campus or in the dorms. Polly gives us a wait, what? What's that supposed to mean? There's no way she cleans up the entire campus. Isn't there custodial staff that takes care of the grounds? Well, it's not like she doesn't have any help. She's just doing her part to keep the school clean. Besides, she also has friends like me and Robbie to help her out if she ever needs it, so it all works out. I see. Well, that's good. So cute. I hear a quiet gasp coming from Faith's direction. I peek back up. Faith looks excited, hands pressed against her face. I look in the direction she's looking and see a small bunny, and a small bunny sits next to a bed of flowers. Come here, little bunny. It's okay. For the first time I hear her voice, even though it's so quiet, her voice is like an angel's. There's nothing to be afraid of. Tragically, the bunny rabbit hops away, leaving Faith a bit disappointed. She stands up from the bench and sighs. It appeared to be caught. She's trying to catch the rabbit. Oh well, maybe next time. I'll be rooting for her. Well, Polly, thanks a lot for the tour. Can we get to the headmaster's office now? Oh, I have a great idea. I should go introduce you two to her. It's like she's not even listening. I look over at Ty, who's currently a cross between a boy shopping with his mom and someone who really has to use the bathroom. I gotta help her out. She really needs to see the headmaster, doesn't she? I really appreciate the whole tour you're giving us, but we really need to get to the headmaster's office now. Ty looks over at me without saying a word. But as her eyes meet mine, they seem to be screaming gratitude. Oh, but we were just getting to the good part. You sure you want to go? Yes, please. That was fast. Well, I'll just make a save of your data here, and you can pick up on the tour sometime later in the year. Follow me to Miss Solomon's office. Ty breathes a sigh of relief, and we both pick up and follow her back into the main building. And I suppose that covers the basic stuff. This way leads to Headmaster Solomon's office, but oh, you guys should really see the cafeteria. It got tons of great menus and foods you should really check out for the... Polly! She's still losing her composure for the most part, but I can tell when Ty's on the edge. Thank you for the tour, but now we just need to see the headmaster. Her voice sounds strained as she looks. Well, of course, silly. You're new here, so that means you should get a lay of the land first. If you don't you'll get lost, or worse, confused. Now you have a basic idea of where everything is. God, too close! Polly's suddenly in my face, her grin stretching from ear to ear. I swear I could see her eyes sparkling. So, pretty cool, huh? What'd you think? I don't want to do that. Honestly, it's still too much to take in. It doesn't help that I was just dragged around campus. It didn't make me remember everything. In fact, it just confused me more. Also, the subtleties of personal space really do go right over this girl's head. It's cool. Nicer than my old school? It wasn't a question, but it came out as one. As invigorating as Polly's spirit is, I think I really need some time away from her right now. I'm being overwhelmed with everything as it is, and she's really not helping me feel comfortable. Ty's panicked voice doesn't help either. We are gonna be so late! My thoughts are broken by Ty's yelp. In a flash, she seizes my wrist and yanks me away before I can even react. My eyes start between Polly and Ty, trying to figure out what just happened. Polly just smiles and waves at my hapless body as Ty drags me away. I don't even have a chance to wave back. I feel like we probably skipped a lot of stuff. You know what? I think I'm gonna go back. Hang on. Let's, return and... Now, how do I... I'm gonna just scroll back. Okay. Screw it. But I suppose she has a point. No harm in talking to someone new, especially the head officer of a club. I look over at Ty, who answers with a shrug. Sure, go for it, I guess. And with that, Polly pops like a spring. Hiya, Faith! Eep! From what I can see, I'm pretty sure Faith jumped a bit. Polly, what are you doing back there? You scared me half to death. Oh, you know, the usual. Have you by any chance seen that little bunny? The one from last year? No, but check this out. I did find you a couple of new friends. New friends? I feel a tug on the back of my collar. Come on, stand up. I've got no choice. You can only imagine how Ty must be feeling about Polly grabbing her shirt. We both stand up from behind the bushes. Ta-da! Faith, I'd like you to meet Tom and Ty. Tom Ty. Oh, hello. Hello. Hey. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. This is a lively conversation if I've ever seen one. I have a feeling you three are going to become great friends. Based on what? We walk a little closer to her so that we're not yelling from across the garden. Like I was saying, Faith really cares about the environment. Isn't that right, Faith? Yes. It's really important. I'm sure she qualified that as a yell in her book, but that was about normal speaking level. Even though she's the only thing making noise, I could barely hear her. What an incredibly shy girl. That's admirable. We've only got one Earth, so might as well make it last. Faith up to this point has averted her eyes, but at Ty's words, she finally looks at us and nods. No, she closed her eyes. Oh, you're absolutely right. Air pollution has really become a very big issue, especially since the valley's more populated now than in the past. And as one of the Horticulture Club's projects, we plant a new tree every year just outside the campus grounds, and they cut down about 50 million trees a day. Math. Did you know that a tree can absorb 48 pounds of carbon dioxide every year? Oh, I had no idea. Ty's a bit of an encyclopedia. Tom, please. Miss Market really doesn't get old. I hear the birds chirping and the sun pushing a little extra warmth our way. I could see why Faith must like spending time here. And I've gathered that you must really like animals? Now I've done it. At the mention of animals, she loses all her timidness and her words flow freely. Oh yes, I really do. I love all kinds of animals. I've got a couple of pets back in my apartment. It's just a shame they don't allow animals on campus. The only place I can see them is here, but only very rarely. It's like we're talking with two completely different people. Do either of you like animals? In terms of pets, not so much. I don't think I can handle that much extra responsibility. Faith turns to me. I had a pet fish when I was young. Does that count for anything? Not exactly, but every animal has a place in this world. So I hope you'll believe me when I say that you're missing out. Animals you can hug and play with are very fun. I have 4 dogs. Does that count? And a cat. Used to have 5 dogs. I don't want to click that. Without warning, Polly looks at her wrist and gasps loudly. Well, say goodbye to Faith. It's time for our next stop on the Polly Parks Tour Extravaganza. I thought it was the Polly Parks Grand Tour Deluxe. That too! Well, it was very nice to meet you, Faith. Oh, you too. See you later. Alrighty, let's go. And now we're here. Passing through the garden quickly, we emerge on the other side. Directly in front of us is a track field. It seems rather busy, though, as there's a lot of students already running laps around the course. Man! Look at all those students! They're just going at it. They're everywhere. We posted by the short chain link fence separating us from the other side of the track as a couple joggers breeze by us and down the straightaway. Wait, what? Why is there suddenly a military... Looks like they're warming up. Any questions, you two? What's with this music? From the looks of this track, I think it'd be fair to say that the track team is probably one of the prides of Starswirl. The Epperoni and Sheikies, we've been part of a non-local division, competing against other elite schools. We've traded titles and trophies every year in most every sport, so it's always interesting. If you're the athlete, most likely. Oh no, it's all sorts of fun for most everyone. I can't speak for every student, but we've got a good helping of school spirit here. We're never really a sellout crowd, but a lot of students usually show up to sporting events and show some support, and it's also a great way to socialize. Meh, sports. Really fun to play and not so fun to watch. So how about it, you two? Am I going to see you in the bleachers screaming your heads off? I know Ty's answer. Most likely not, but I'd rather not make promises if I want to change my mind. Wow, she handled that one politely. Polly releases an exaggerated gasp pointing to the track. Students are running now. They obviously finished warming up while we were talking. Ooh, she seems to be doing well. Who is? Polly clears her throat. So as you can see, this is the Starswirl Academy's award-winning track and field area. Only the best of the best from other schools compete at this track, and other students that use it always put up their best performance. So she's just going to ignore Ty's question then, huh? A lot of things here at Starswirl are some of the best around, but the track team is one of the more well-known ones. Starswirl comes in first place almost every year. Almost every year? Yeah, almost. Usually we win first, but last year we got second place. Still, that's nothing to sneeze at. Starswirl's reputation just seems to keep growing and growing. That's quite the reputation. Is that why the students always seem to be working so hard? You could say that. I think they know just how much it means to the school to try and be the best at what they do. If you watch closely, you can see the determination in everyone's faces. They really want to keep the winning streak going. Looking at the students running, I can tell Polly's telling the truth. All of them look determined to make it to the end or do better than they currently are. It's an interesting sight to behold, especially considering even if I had my own goals, they wouldn't be nearly that lofty. Oh, watch this! I think she's gonna try and beat her record! Polly points us in the direction of a specific student. It's easy to figure out who she's talking about. That girl's rainbow hair stands out in the crowd. A nearby coach raises her starting pistol and... Bang! The girl flies from her starting position. Only seconds after does she break away from the pack. The only competitor is a much taller blonde girl. I must admit, I don't think I've ever seen someone move that fast in person before. I swear I caught a smirk on one of their faces as they make their first turn. Is this an actual competition? Only a moment later, they both cross the finish line yards in front of us, panting and resting. If I think I saw right, I'd say the shorter girl came first. Yeah, it was definitely her. I swear I caught you that time. No way, AJ, that was all me. You're getting slow. Wow, they're finished already? I wasn't even paying attention. I wouldn't expect Ty to be remotely interested in watching people run. Racing is her life. Honestly, I don't think she thinks about anything here other than racing. She kind of has a one-track mind at times. Get it? One track mind? I clap slowly. Sounds like the two of them have a lot in common. Anywho, the other girl, Anne, has been Robin's only competition for as long as I can remember. She's not a member of the team, though. Why not? Polly shrugs. Maybe she doesn't know everything.
Oh, it looks like she has the moment. Robin! Robin! Robin Hood! Polly suddenly yells out, waving her arms frantically. The girl with rainbow hair noses and walks over, the blonde girl following not too far behind. Whoa! Put on a shirt! Oh, I guess that actually is normal track clothes. Never mind. Just kind of stands out next to the other three. Oh, hey, Polly, did you see you finish first? It was me, right? Alrighty, Featherhead, settle down. I think you'll find I won by a leg. Two runners look towards us. They're definitely sweating a lot more than me, but for some reason, I feel as if I'm just about to catch up. Being around Polly alone is making me lose calories. Who are these two? I found them outside the main building, so I was giving them a tour of Starswirl. The old Polly Parks Grand Tour Deluxe, huh? It's certainly been a while. Applejack, whatever her name, Anne, yeah, is tall. Just noticed that. Yep, I think they transferred just now, too. Tom, Ty, this is Robin Douglas and Annabelle Jean Smith. Nice to meet you both. Hey there. So you two are what, third years? Fourth. Whoa, you two are nuts. I didn't think it was possible to be that lacking of subtlety, but something about her demeanor just screams that she isn't a very subtle person to begin with. Oh hey, what brings you guys to Starswirl then? I cannot do an accent. The academics mostly. Starswirl is pretty much my dream school, though I couldn't afford to come here sooner. I'm just happy I can make it for my senior year. I thought I saw a little twitch of a grimace on Robin's face when she heard the word academics. Their eyes shift from me to me for my answer. I came here for the academics as well. I'm hoping to learn a lot. I don't think that's entirely a lie, though I'm really not all that interested in learning too much. Well, that's cool. If you guys are thinking about joining the track team, though, I do it now rather than later. Competition is looking to be pretty tough this year, and we're going to need to do some extra training if we're going to keep up. And Annabelle Jean here, once again, isn't planning on helping us. Robin points an accusatory finger and smirks. Hey now, Robin, you know I ain't never got time for joining the track team. Granny still needs me to work at the restaurant. Okay, so it's a restaurant instead of an orchard here. Still, you've got the whole rest of your life to have a job and stuff. You just quit already. Spend some time living like a kid. You're treading on some mighty thin ice, Robin. Robin shrugs quickly, wearing a challenging sneer. Her eyes contain ice-cold spite. Best way to live. The two are staring each other down with an intensity of... No, they're both staring at me! Or you, or whatever. Okay, so I think I found out a way to figure out who won the race. Did? They both crack immediately. How about we ask the new students? You were paying attention, right? How about that? First pop quiz of the semester. Well, I'm pretty sure of what I saw, but I don't think Ty was paying attention. It was her. Annabelle Jean, right? Just Anne's fine. And she turned towards Robin with a fairly sheepish grin. Told ya. Real shame I won't be on the track team. I reckon y'all might actually need me. Whoa, wait, are you serious? I definitely beat her. You must have seen wrong. Panicked Robin turns to me. You, what's your face? Tim! Please tell me you saw who came first. Tom. Tim, Tom, whatever, close enough. Please tell me you saw me coming first. Is Ty wrong? For the first time ever? You know what? You screwed up my name. Screw you. Then again, Ty's never wrong, right? Robin's looking at me anxiously for my answer. Sadly, it's not the answer she wants to hear. I gotta stick with Ty on this one. Sorry, Rhonda. Ha! It's Robin! Yeah, how does that feel? Boom! Boom! You gotta be kidding me. I lost? Can't win them all, girl. Anne ruffles Robin's hair, much to her annoyance, before picking up a bag from off the ground. Well, it's about time I got to work. Where do you work? My family owns a restaurant in town. Y'all should consider coming down if you're hungry. We'll think about it. You really should. They've got amazing pie. Always the charmer, ain't you, Polly? Well, so long. Nice meeting y'all. Anne takes her leave, whistling cheerfully. Clearly no efforts being made to mask her pride. Meanwhile, in Robinville... I lost. No way. Robin looks like she's going through a mini existential crisis, but all of a sudden she turns from a downtrodden wreck right back to normal. Whatever. No biggie. I'm cool. That just means I have to train harder. That's the spirit. Alright, I'm super hyped up to get back in it. You guys want to run with me? Well, thank you, but I'll be alright. Racing isn't exactly my thing. I've probably read more about racing than I have experienced it. Yeah, I don't know if running is what I'd be interested in. And I highly doubt I'd be able to keep up. Well, suit yourselves. I don't think it matter too much anyway. I'm planning to go for the very top. I won't stop for anything less. Well, I wish you luck in your goal then. Thanks, I'm gonna head back to training. See you around, Polly. With a quick turn of her heels, she's jogging back to the track field. Seems her mind really is focused on training. She was nice. Oh yeah, Robbie and me are the bestest of friends. We hang out all the time. If you ever get a chance to, you should get to know her some more. Oh wait, I accidentally scrolled up. I'll keep that in mind. You know, this tour has certainly been interesting, but I can't help but feel like we're forgetting something. Hey, Polly? What is it, Ty? As much fun as it's been, are we close to the headmaster's office yet? I don't want us to be running late. Polly just stands there for a moment, blinking almost absent-mindedly at Ty. Polly? Oh, silly me! What? We went the opposite way of the headmaster's office! Why am I not surprised? Polly, that's not funny! Sorry about that. I was just having so much fun showing you guys around that I totally forgot why we were doing it in the first place. Ah, we're gonna be late. Don't worry, I promise I'll take you straight there this time. You'll get to your meeting right on time. With that, Polly begins bounding back towards the main building, leaving a frustrated Ty in her wake. I'm tempted to let out one of my usual quips, but I know that look on Ty's face. One wrong word and I won't be feeling my arm for a week. Rather than instigate a wrath, I quickly follow after Polly. And I suppose I... Controller. And I suppose I cover some basic stuff. This way leads to Headmaster Solomon's office, but... Oh! You guys should really see the... Okay, yeah, I've already seen this. Yeah. Polly... What the heck, Ty? What's the sudden rush? I try to free my wrist, but she's got it in a death hold. For someone who doesn't get much physical exercise, she has a strong grip. Must be her reading hand. We were supposed to be here 5 minutes ago! She grumbles at me, mumbling something under her breath that I can't quite hear. I decide to let it slide. 5 minutes? Is that all? You need to calm down, Ty. I'm sure she'll understand. Besides, didn't you say you know her? She stops and tightens her grip on my wrist for a moment before letting it go and turning to face me. The look on her face tells me I'm about to be scolded. Never face to face! All the more reason to be on time! The headmaster values discipline and structure. That's why she's put a lot of faith in me by letting me into this academy. I won't disappoint her on the first day. I'll wait at least until day 5. Oh, come on, Ty. If she believes in you so much, she's not going to hold 5 minutes against you. Ty takes a short moment to catch her breath and raises her hand to knock on the door before stopping. Her hand then goes up and starts straightening her hair and patting down her clothes. I want to comment that she's only delaying us further, but something tells me I should keep my mouth shut. She keeps fidgeting with every little detail on her uniform to make sure it's straight or proper. It's actually starting to get on my nerves. But before I have a chance to chew her out for it, a voice drifts through the door ahead of us. Do come in, Ty. Ty does the exact opposite, freezing in place like a deer in headlights. My own attention is turned to the door, surprised to be found so easily, but also having to hold back a chuckle at the headmaster's remark. Poor Ty. She can't seem to catch a break today. I prefer not to repeat myself. I prefer not to keep hitting right click. Ty can't get through the door fast enough. Barreling inside, she's already stammering and fighting her inability to rattle off 100 excuses simultaneously. I don't understand most of what's coming out of her mouth, nor do I think I should really try. She is abruptly silenced by the headmaster's raised hand. Please, take a seat, both of you. As I look around, I can't help but notice how huge Headmaster Solomon's office is. The walls, curving inward like the top half of an eggshell, are lined with books that seem to have come from all over the world. Compared to the hallway outside, it's like walking into an auditorium built for one person. I quickly follow Ty to the headmaster's desk, sitting in one of two ornately decorated chairs in front of it. It's surprisingly comfortable. I'm so sorry we're late, Headmaster. We just got caught up. I understand, Ty. And I've told you before, Selena is fine. How long have we been talking? Yes, Headmaster. I'm pretty sure I can hear the headmaster sighing, or maybe it just seems that way from how her shoulders gently sagged. She then turns to look at me. And you are Tom, correct? Something tells me that I should probably be quaking in my boots like Ty, After all, Starswirl is the most prestigious school around, and Selena is at the top. However, looking into her eyes, I can't help but feel comforted. She seems to give off a kind of soothing vibe rather than a harsh one. She carries herself less like a principal and more like a mother. Is that how she is looking at me right now? Yeah, I transferred in with Ty. Of course. With a silent grace, she rises from her chair and walks around to the front of the desk. She places her hand on it for support before leaning up against it. I am familiar with Ty's reasons for transferring, but I'm afraid I've not heard anything from you beyond the dry text of this application letter. I do not mean to insult your writing. It was a fine letter. I just prefer to hear things in your own words. As soothing as she came off, that definitely sent a shiver down my spine. Out of all the things she could have asked, she starts with the one question I don't have an answer to. Chances are she's probably testing my qualifications to even be here, as I don't have even half the qualifications Ty has. It's as if I can already see my chances of going here slipping away. Oh well, I suppose it was nice while it lasted. I pull up my collar lightly, which seems to have suddenly become tight. To tell the truth, Headmaster, I'm not 100% sure. I know I sounded more certain in the letter, but I was kind of hoping I would figure that out while I was here. It's not that I don't have ambition, it's more like I don't know where to aim it. Well, it sounded like a good answer to me, though I could easily be mistaken. Putting my thoughts into words, though, feels like I'm crashing into a rut, like I'm stuck in a boat rushing down a turbulent river without a life jacket. You're certainly not alone in that, Tom. Starswirl Academy has helped many young men and women like yourself find their calling, and I'm sure I can start you down that path, though I cannot walk it for you. Wait, you have a star for your text just like I do! We're the same person! I'm a princess! I? As in Headmaster Solomon personally? Or is that just how she refers to Starswirl Academy? Maybe she meant to assure me, but I'm filled with more questions than answers. The headmaster picks up some papers and looks through them quickly before turning to Ty. Now, my faithful student, I see here you've signed up for a full helping of courses in every subject matter. Chemistry, physics, astronomy, 3 foreign languages, ancient history, technology, and even philosophy. This is far too much, even for you, and quite unnecessary. Do not worry about missing out. There are clubs that will continue your education in the subjects you do not choose, but attempting to specialize in everything is impractical and defeats the purpose of specialization. Why does my chest hurt? Hang on. That's not even taking into consideration the fact that you two are seniors. There simply isn't enough time, Ty. I will recommend 2 or 3 specialties at most. But what if Selena raises an eyebrow directly at Ty in a sort of, do we really need to have this discussion again manner. Almost immediately, Ty falls silent. I wish I knew how to get Ty to calm down like that. Alright, 3 subjects. Think hard about the subjects you want to specialize in. Once you've decided, changing will be difficult, so be sure to pick the classes you know you want to take. Yes, Headmaster. Selena gently nods her head at Ty before turning to face me again. She looks through her papers again before addressing me. Thomas Daniel Stone. Nothing like being called by your full name to make it feel like you've done something wrong. According to what you told me, you're not entirely sure what you want to do with your ambition. So I'm going to assume you've no personal attachment to the class choices on your application, correct? I shrink a little in my chair being caught red-handed. I really only pick classes that seem to further my education in a general direction, rather than anywhere specific. I might have picked classes Ty was going to be in as well. That's alright. I'm sure you'll have a better idea of what you want after seeing some class demos. I'm not so sure about that. Here at Starswirl, there are compulsory classes and specialty classes. Mandatory classes such as English and Math are stratified into standard and advanced curriculums. Specialty classes such as Chemistry or Art History do not have such stratification levels, but are demanding enough that most students would be adequately challenged. Headmaster Solomon trades a quick glimpse at Ty. Of course, it's up to you to decide what kind of field you want to enter. So I want you to think about that for now, alright? Pick which classes you think will fit you best, and we can set up your classes for you. If you can't decide immediately, I will allow you to float between specialty classes throughout the next week so that you can get an understanding of what each class is about. However, I suggest you finalize your schedule as soon as possible. Headmaster Solomon looks at the calendar on her wall. Alright, that sounds fair. I hate being put on the spot. Selena turns back to look at Ty. As for you, Ty, I know how hard it is for you to narrow down what you want to do from all the possibilities presented to you. So I want you to head to your dorm and think very carefully about the 3 subjects you're going to focus on. Once you have them, bring them to me as soon as possible and I'll ensure you're in the correct classes, alright? Yes, Headmaster. Good. I feel that we've covered all that we need to for now. She turns to her desk and reaches over, grabbing 2 envelopes off of her desk. Turning back to us, she hands each of us one. I can see my name written on the front as I nervously take it from the headmaster's hand. Inside of those are your introduction letters, maps of the school's layout, where your respective dormitories are, and a key to your rooms. I want you two to head there and rest up for now. Get something to eat from the dining hall. You can use your student ID cards to pay at the register. We'll meet here again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to discuss enrollment. I assume that isn't early enough to ensure you two make it here on time? Yes, Headmaster. Wait, what? That isn't early enough to ensure... Huh? I think you meant to say that isn't too early that you won't make it... I don't understand what that's even supposed to be. Good. I'll see you then. Ty, you are dismissed. I would like a word with Tom for a moment before he leaves. Oh no, I screwed something up, didn't I? Damn, I'm starting to sound like Ty. Ty gets up quickly and gives a quick bow before turning and heading for the door. The door closes with a click and a certain finality. I hope I'm not about to find out why Ty fears Headmaster Solomon so much. Now, Tom, I know this is a lot to take in, and I would imagine you're not so used to having a more personal relationship with the headmaster, correct? I nod, swallowing audibly. Somehow I keep eye contact. I don't want you to feel pressured here. The focus at Starswirl Academy is and always will be on learning. For almost every student, that means picking classes that interest them and investing time and effort into the task given. I'm sure Ty will attempt to get 4 or 5 specialties by me, despite my recommendations, because that's what works for her. However, this is not an absolute truth. You may find extracurricular things interest you more than classes, and I urge you to pursue them. She leans forward, laying a hand on my shoulder. I can feel tension leaving me at the touch, and her warm smile melts my panic away. How many people am I gonna get shipped with? The only thing I ask of you is to do it with conviction and sincerity. Do not give less than you know you can. Yeah, I think I can do that. My voice still shakes, though much less than I thought it would. I feel like in the daunting climb to find a purpose, I've finally gotten a good hold on something. Wonderful. You can leave now, but remember, I'll always be here for anything you need. I won't judge you if you have anything to confess, or rebuke you if you have any problems you cannot overcome on your own. I get up, giving the headmaster a quick wave goodbye before we exit her office. The second I step outside, I feel like I should have given her a bow, too. Seems more proper. Returning to the waiting room definitely reminds me of just how big Headmaster Solomon's office is, too. So, what did she say? Ty's looking at me, holding her envelope to her chest, unsure of whether to be excited or concerned. She just has some technical things to go over, boring stuff that you've already heard. Let's go. The two of us head down the hallway, where there's that weird door again. Ty opening her envelope to see where she's situated for now. I can't open mine. My mind is still running at a mile a minute. Maybe coming here was the right choice. Well? I blink a few times, turning to stare blankly at Ty. Where are you living? My mind's still catching up. I don't really know what to say. How should I know where my room is? Ty, sensing my confusion, points down at my hand. Your information packet! Open it! She sounds even more excited than I do to see what's inside. Snapping back to the world, I fumble with the packet a moment before opening it. Inside is a folder with several papers, many stapled together, with information ranging from school layout to extracurricular activities. After a short search, I find the information I'm looking for. Orion Hall, room 201. Second floor, not bad. I'm on the second floor too. Virgo Hall, room 217. Also, Orion Hall didn't have a space like it was supposed to, typo 5. I don't know, I kinda like higher floors. You get to see more when you look out the window. Yeah, but you also have to run down a ton of stairs every time you leave. That's what elevators are for. She groans at my response. Stop being difficult. Even with elevators, it's still more troublesome. I read through the dormitory introduction, making note of all the eminent stuff. Community area with tables and chairs, microwave, curfew, bed and furniture provided. Sounds cozy. The packet also mentions the track and pool for leisurely use, though I don't know how much I'll be using those. Doesn't sound too bad. I look up at Ty. Do you think they took our stuff up to our rooms already, or is it still sitting back in the lobby? Ty puts a hand on her hips and pokes my forehead with the other, frowning. Do you ever listen? They said everything would be taken to our rooms. I swear, if you didn't have it, you'd be lost half the time, literally and figuratively. I nudge her elbow, grinning. I guess it's a good thing you stick around, then. I feel sorry for your mother, having to put up with you for so many years. Ooh, tongue got burned. I hold a hand to my chest, doubling over and groaning. My heart! You cruel, cruel person. Ty smacks my head. You're making a fool of yourself. Would it kill you to be mature for once? Yes. Whatever, Mom. I'm serious. I hold back my next quip. I'm not sure what's gotten to her. Maybe the long day, maybe she's not in the mood for my antics, or maybe she really is worried about being embarrassed. Either way, her face holds only panic as she stares at me. Hey, Ty, relax. I'm just trying to blow off some of the nervousness. It's my first day here, and I don't want to be the girl who hangs out with the weirdo. I got plenty of that while we were in grade school. Oh, come on! Excuse me, excuse you. Besides, Headmaster Solomon... I wave off her next statement. She really is obsessed with Miss Solomon. Okay, I'll tone it down. You really shouldn't worry about it. Just be Ty, and I'm sure you'll make friends. That's why I'm one. Ty straightens herself out, hugging her information packet to her chest tight and letting out a long breath. Nodding to me, she allows herself a small smile. You're right. I gotta calm down. The headmaster wouldn't want her student running around in a panic. Classes haven't even started yet. Freaking out would be silly. Atta girl. Ty looks at the building in front of us, uncertainty returning to her face. Well, this is the girls' dorm. I guess I'll see you tomorrow then? Yeah, tomorrow. It feels wrong leaving her like this. Part of me wants to stay with her, make sure she settles in alright, but she's a strong girl. She hasn't needed me for many years, and I doubt she needs me now. Besides, wait, I don't know where I'll be. Could you point out the boys' dorm? I have expected a sarcastic groan and a roll of the eyes, but Ty points to a building only a short ways off without any sort of exasperation. Thanks. Don't have too much fun without me. I did what I could to alleviate her anxiety, but in truth, I think I was much more nervous than her. This place was her dream, a respected establishment run by an excellent headmaster who also happened to be her friend. She'd be neck-deep in classes and textbooks before she knew it and enjoying every moment. Me? Well, all I've got is a pocket full of doubt and a packet full of promises. And a weird metaphor. You too. Puffing out my chest in an effort to fool myself into confidence, I start off towards the boys' dormitory. The walk is short, thankfully, giving me little time to think. I know if I spend too much time alone with myself, I'll start second-guessing everything. Lyra and Bonbon again, huh? The dorm entry lobby is fairly large. I can spot a pool table, table tennis, foosball, and a lounge area with an impressive TV. Cozy, in a word. There's a half-asleep student at the reception desk, probably stuck with some mind-numbing chore to pass the time. I don't envy him. I decide to forego asking for directions. Dorms are pretty simple buildings in my experience, much like hotels. 201 should be up one level and I can just walk till I find it. Once on the second floor, I spot bulletin boards with campus activities, as well as floor plans with exit routes for flyers. It seems the resident advisors have their own flyer as well, a basic welcome and introduction. I don't bother to read it. My room is about at the end, right next to the community bathroom and shower. That'll make waking up in the morning more convenient. I take a quick peek inside, noting the sink and shower locations. They look private enough. I'd never been thrilled with the idea of community bathrooms, but these don't look so bad. The tile looks clean and relatively new, and the sinks aren't messy either. Now back in the hallway, I dig my room key out of the information packet, looking at it like it's supposed to jump up and do something on its own. This is it, huh? The place I'll be living for the next 10 months. No point in standing around thinking about it. I unlock the door and step inside. And there's blood and dead bodies everywhere. Okay. My first impression is that it's small. That's what she said. There's just enough room for a closet, desk, dresser, and bed. That's it. My bags are on the bed waiting to be unpacked. A wide window encompasses almost the entire wall opposite the door, letting in the last sunbeams of a dying day. Walking over to the bed, I push my belongings aside to allow myself a place to sit, sighing as I finally get to take a load off my weary legs. Granted, I got to sit in Headmaster Solomon's office, but that wasn't exactly relaxing. This is it. This is my life for the rest of the school year. This room, this campus, Ty, and whatever friends I make along the way, assuming I make any at all. I only really felt comfortable because I had Ty alongside me the whole time. Sure, Selena seemed nice enough, but how often would she actually be a part of my teaching? She probably spends all her time in that office. Sighing, I unzip my suitcase. I reach in to pull out the first piece of clothing and... these aren't mine. Digging through the bag reveals some underwear that probably wouldn't fit me. Realization dawns upon me that I appear to have Ty's luggage. Great. I quickly pack the panties away and zip up the luggage. I pull out my phone and quickly send her a text letting her know of this whole mishap. Right now I don't want to do anything, but I'm almost certain Ty's going to want her stuff back as soon as possible. I know that within a few minutes my phone's going to light up and ring with a worried Ty on the other end. But there's no way in hell I'm about to get up right now. I'm too comfy to move. Yep, called it. I pick up the phone. I'm over here right now. I need to unpack and organize my things as soon as possible. What's the rush? We don't even have a class tomorrow. Stop being lazy, Tom. I kind of feel it's like it's ineffectual to argue at this point. I want my things back too. Also, there could be some terrible ramifications should someone come in here and find out my luggage is full of female articles of clothing. Where do you need me? Please don't tell me I have to guide you to the girls' dorm. You were just here. I glance at the map on my desk lying on top of the information packet. I can handle it. Why do I have to go all the way over there? Your bags are really heavy. Can't you just meet me halfway? I hear something crash on Ty's end. I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. Can you please just come over? My room's on the second floor, 217. Alright, fine. Give me a few minutes. And remember to... I hang up and drop my phone to my side. Whatever she was about to say can wait until I actually see her. I feel a yawn coming, so I let it pass before I decide to stand up. If I stayed there, I'm sure I would have fallen asleep. Well, at least I'll get to see the girls' dorm. More explanation. Sure, that's why you want to see it. Ensuring I have my keys and phone in my pocket, I carry Ty's bags out of my room and down the hall. Yeah, these bags are heavy. So this is the girls' dorm? Quite similar to the boys' in its own right. Same pool table, same reception desk, same large TV. Why exactly does it feel so different? Alright, girls. You're not even inside yet. I can feel the gaze of a couple of them as I drag along Ty's bags. Now I definitely feel pretty strange. If I weren't about to fall asleep, I would have asked them for directions at 217, but I figure I can find my way myself. As I round the corner to the hallway, two girls walk toward me. Nothing special, only one of them has stopped in the way of my path. The minty... Oh, finally, Lyra. The minty girl just stands and smiles while her friend continues to walk past. Hey, I haven't seen you around here before. What are you doing? Just a sec, Bonnie. Are you new to Starswirl? Yeah, I was just... Laura, seriously. Laura looks over my shoulder and toward her friend who sounds increasingly annoyed. I gotta make sure he isn't lost or something. How can he not know this is the girls' dorm? Leave this creep alone. What's her problem? Laura turns back to me with a smirk. Is that it, new guy? Are you creep? Just messing with you. Come on, why are you here then? Transferred today with a girl, but someone from student services switched our suitcases. Whoa, try saying that 5 times fast. Someone from student services switch our suitcases. 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 I'm just here to drop off some bags, pick mine up, and head back to my room to go to bed. I feel totally out of place here. I want out as soon as possible. You really think you're about to go to bed tonight? Yes. I've been up almost all day, and the train ride wasn't exactly a twin-sized bed either, which is what I want to say. Instead, I just nod slowly. Don't you know what tonight is? Should I? You know, you're pretty old looking for a freshman. Well, I'm not a freshman, actually. I'm a senior. Whoa, no way! So you must know that other new senior. Taito? Tai Saito, actually, and yes, she's the one I need to return these bags to. Oh, I get it. She's your girlfriend. It seems I've become the captain of an unsinkable ship. Yep! I really need to clear the air about that soon. She's just a friend. Now, could you point me to 217? Sure, it's right beside you. What do you think, Bonnie? Should we show him there? Cut the crap, Laura. It's down the hall to the right. You can really be a buzzkill sometimes, you know that? She sighs and speaks in a deflated voice. Down the hall and to the right. I gave her a nod of thanks as I began to walk towards the room. Hey, you know what? Let me just take you there. We really should introduce ourselves to this Thai lady. Come on, Bonnie. We have to help set up. We don't have time for this. I'm sure he's smart enough to figure it out himself. This Bonnie girl keeps telling me as if I'm not here. It's frustrating. You go on ahead. I'll only be a couple minutes. Bonnie groans and leaves, taking the distinct air of malice with her. So, the way I'm understanding this, the people who made this game don't like Bon Bon. Maybe she was just in a bad mood. Or she's a jerk. So, shall we? Lead the way. I followed Laura through the rooms, barely dragging the bags behind me. I really should consider lifting some weights. Do you even lift? So what's she like? What? Ty, what's she like? Damn, you caught me off guard. Wow, some boyfriend you are. What can I say about Ty? I know she doesn't want her reputation to be soiled, especially on the first day, but I doubt there's much I could say that ruined her that bad. Like I said, she's just a friend, which is the only one I've got here. For now. I've known her since I was a kid, but we weren't exactly inseparable. kind of did our own things at our own school. Old school. Well, I guess now's your chance to become best friends again. And there's one more thing. She studies a lot. And I mean a lot. I think she's planning to take 4 specialty classes. No way, that's suicide. I shrug and immediately feel the weight of these suitcases. Try telling her that. Most seniors only take 2. She can't possibly have that much time to study. I'm sure Ty could find a way. She could write an essay with one hand and do math problems with the other. Ah, I see. We round the corner and walk down the... Why are we walking all this far? 217 is literally right there. Well, here we are, 217, finally. Could have at least had, like, a different hallway or something. Well, are you gonna knock or do I have to? I rap lightly on the door. I'm sure she's expecting me, but not Laura. The door slowly swings open, but there's no one there to answer it. Hi? You in there? Tom? Yep. Come on in, I'm just sorting some things out. Sorting what? She doesn't even have her own luggage yet. I step to the door and get my answer. My suitcase is unzipped and looking oddly more organized than I remember. I hope you don't mind. I took the liberty of reorganizing my suitcase. Ah! Who are you and what are you doing here? Ty throws a shirt she was just folding into my suitcase and slams it shut. Hello, I'm Laura Hartley. I'm part of the Starswirl Spirit Squad and the RA. But I figured, she seems like a carbon copy of Polly, give or take a little excitement. RA? Royal Asshole, Radical Animal, Really Awesome, whichever you prefer. Or well, I guess Resident Advisor is my official title. I'm here to formally introduce myself. It'll be great having you in my hall. Oh right, of course, Tai Saito. Your friend Thomas told me all about you. I feel daggers stab into me. Tai continues her conversation with Laura all the while staring at me. Oh, and what exactly did he tell you? That you're my best friend at Starswirl. And you're only friend if you keep talking about them behind their backs. Relax, you didn't say anything bad. Xbox controller stopped doing that. Tai sighs. Tai sigh. May I please just have my bags back? Ah, I screwed up Audacity. Oh god, everything's ruined. Ah, okay. Never thought it possible to have separation anxiety over some luggage. Laura stifles a giggle. I lug the suitcases in, setting them lightly by the foot of Ty's bed. Thank you. Don't forget your bags. How could I? They're practically the only reason I came over here for. Get rid of the 4 and it won't be a typo anymore. I slide on over to my bags and ensure they're closed before I pick them up. Oh right, before I leave, I was going to invite both of you to something. It's the annual Starswirl night. It's always on the first Friday night of the year, and you might as well go, seeing as how it'll be your first and last chance to do it. What exactly is it? Typical standard fun time affair, you know, music, socializing and the like. It's a dance. Then we turn off all the lights on campus so we can see the stars. It'll also be a great way for you to make some new friends if you wanna. It's a couple hours from now out in the main courtyard. What do you say? Thank you for the invitation, but no promises. I feel like I need to get my room situated and prepare for the year. There's equations on the board already, I see that. Laura turns to me expectantly. What about you, Tom? I'm not sure. Maybe? Why do I feel that I'm going to be this indecisive about things forever? Because you never give me a chance to answer. Oh, that's cool. Hope I get to see you then. Laura turns away and heads out of the room, closing the door behind her. Strange. I would have predicted a little more coercion from her end. The door opens again. Sorry about that. Dorm rule. Get the door open if you have a boy in your room. Lovebirds. And she's off again. Did she just wink at me? You really should go, Tom. There'll be all sorts of fun. By myself? Ty nods quietly. But why do you have to be such a party pooper and not come? It's just some stuff I have to sort out. Ty continues to pull things out of her suitcases and puts them in organized piles across her bed. Did you touch any of my stuff? Pulled out your... Oh no, she'd flip if I told her about the whole underwear. Nope, I didn't touch a thing. Ty cocks an eyebrow before returning to unpacking. I really should consider unpacking at my room too. Not to mention how tired I am. Hardly any sleep on the train, getting dragged around by Polly all day. I kinda just want to stay in. My comfy and soft bed is calling my name, and I need to get around to breaking it in. I sit on an empty portion of Ty's bed to test. Yep, it's just as comfy as mine. But like Laura said, this could be our last chance to attend these kind of events. Not like we're coming here next year, unless we flunk out, which I'm sure Ty would never allow. Ty pulls out a couple of uniforms and irons out some creases with her hands. I guess I'll... Meh. I really should go to that event. I'm not going to get any of these chances ever again. I just hope I won't pass out due to exhaustion. You're right, Ty. I think I'll go. Good call. You really should consider going to as many events as you can while we're here. It's the only way this game will be interesting, aside from potential romance subplots. I hope this game does not have you, have part of the things be you're actually in the classroom answering questions. Speak for yourself. Ty doesn't look up as I stand up and inch towards her door, lugging my bags behind me. I guess there's no convincing her. I'll see you later, I guess. Don't forget, 10 o'clock in front of the headmaster's office. Oh, right. I had almost forgot. Yeah, sure. You better not be late either. Am I ever late? Today you were. Tom, I swear I could leave the room before I get a shoe thrown at me. I should get back to my room and at least start unpacking before the event starts tonight. My bags are a lot lighter than Ty's. Must be a girl thing. I passed by what seems to be a few clamoring underclassmen. Either I'm still getting tall or some of these students are pretty short. I set a bag down before unlocking the door to my room. Alright. I'm still coming to grips with calling this room my room. It kind of feels like just a hotel room at the moment, complete with that standard fresh linen scent. Or linen. I'm sure it'll be home one day. I have all year to make this place fit my likings. But for now, I think I could do with some well-deserved rest. Oh crap, I fell asleep. What time is it? It's almost 9. Almost time for the event to start. My bags sit in the corner of the room. I immediately regret my decision to take a quick break. Well, at least I've got all of tomorrow to finish unpacking. I'm sure I'll get around to it eventually. I should get going. As I exit my room, I see a few other guys heading out of the hall. They seem like new friends, I'm sure. Probably just met each other today. Underclassmen, if I had to take a guess. It's strange how much I feel like a freshman. The feeling of being somewhere new and not exactly knowing your way around. Then I remember I'm not a little kid anymore. Probably aren't too many seniors staying in the dorms either. I guess that makes me an outlier. And that probably means I won't have a study partner either. Unless there's some boy genius in this hall. I slowly walk down the hall, through the dorm entrance, and out into the... I missed that. The remnants of a summer air greet me as I walk out of the air-conditioned lobby. I can feel the seasons changing already. It makes me wonder what winter's gonna be like. Winter is coming. The campus walkways are still fairly lit by the lights coming from the buildings and lamp fixtures, but it's pretty dark out. I look up at the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane. The moon's a nice crescent tonight. No, it's a full moon! Not too many stars are currently visible at the moment. Some students are spaced throughout the lawn, some sitting on blankets and others standing up. They're mostly all in groups, conversing among themselves. The already quiet music fades out to a lower volume and a voice rings out. Good evening, freshmen! And all you returning students, welcome to this year's Starswirl night. We're going to be shutting off the lights in a few minutes once we've got most everyone settled in. Until then, sit tight and get cozy. The music resumes while Laura backs away from the center of the courtyard and starts greeting people coming in. I guess she's the welcome committee for tonight. A little more laid back than this morning's welcome committee, if you ask me. I walk towards her as she waves to some people. Hey Tom, you decided to show up after all. Yep. Sweet. Did you manage to convince your girlfriend to come? She's not my... screw it. No, she decided to stay in tonight. Well, I hope she has a flashlight because we're practically cutting all power to the school. Isn't that a bit dangerous? Security systems, air conditioning, refrigerators. Probably shouldn't eat at the cafeteria tomorrow. Are you serious? Nah, I'm just kidding. We're only cutting the grounds lights. Relax. Ty should be able to unpack her bags twice if she wants to. She should have came out. Well, her loss. Laura makes her escape and goes back to her post of greeting people walking around. From the look of things, this seems like something Ty would like. Nice and quiet. Fairly relaxed and a chance to look at stars. Right up her alley. That is, if she's not currently freaking out about school. I'm sure there's no stopping that. I walk along the path scouting the area. The campus sure looks different at night. Almost doesn't even feel like a school. Then again, I've never been in a school longer than I've ever needed to be. It's kind of interesting living at a boarding school now. Dorms, dining halls, and the like. This is what I'd expect college to be like. I take a seat on a nearby concrete ledge. There's not too many people around here, so it's nice and quiet. Perfect for stargazing, if I was ever into that. The music continues to play as I look around. I'm probably the only one sitting alone right now. I guess it can't be helped. I'm sure everyone already knows each other. I shouldn't expect a red carpet welcome as a new student. Not that I'm not disappointed I'm all by myself. Sit alone, or let's find someone to screw around with. I should probably do the interesting thing. Let's try to make some friends. Browse the crowd to see if anyone else is sitting alone. They should make for easy small talk. If I could find some. Seems like most everyone is sitting down with friends, talking away. One silhouette walks to the center of the courtyard. She clears her throat. Alright everyone, we're gonna dim the lights now. Nobody start freaking out on me. The clamoring of the surrounding students settles down a bit. 3, 2, 1... Darkness! Ah! Suddenly my eyes are covered by a pair of hands. Guess who? I pull her hands out of my face and my eyes hardly struggle to adjust to the darkness. I turn around to greet a familiar head of pink hair. Good evening, Tom. How you doing? She plops down to a seat next to me, getting closer to my face. I'm really gonna have to get used to these hyperactive surprises. I feel like I might get assaulted at any time during the school year. I'm, fine? That's awesome. I'm doing super duper. I don't recall asking you, Dick. What are you doing sitting all by your lonesome? Did you like my... Oh, that was an Annabelle Jean impression? I give Polly an unimpressed look. That knight should not be there. To answer your first question, I don't know if it's apparent to you, but as a new student, I don't have that many friends. But I'm your friend, right? I nod slowly. Awesome! My newest bestest friend ever! Polly glomps me up in a surprise hug. Well, that escalated quickly. Search no more, Tom. We'll look at the stars together. New best buds. Nuevos amigos, partners in crime. I'm almost afraid at how many cinnamons of friends she has in her mind. Rightio then? You know, the more you have me confirm our friendship, the more I want us to not be friends. And the more she's starting to remind me of how Ty's been acting lately. Ooh, you're confirming our friendship? Double yay! I feel the headache setting in again. This was supposed to be a quiet night of looking at stars. Oh right, did you look at the ceiling yet? You mean the sky? I look upwards to the glistening stars. I'm kind of surprised how I haven't seen these just yet. Guess I was too distracted by Polly to actually look. Isn't the ceiling pretty? Why do you keep calling it the ceiling? That's the sky. No, silly. Ever hear the saying the sky's the limit? My friend Robin always says it. What do you think it means? It means that anything's possible, right? But if there's a limit, then something must be impossible, right? The metaphorical sky is limitless in this case. But the saying says the sky is a limit. So a limit exists. I've already broken past that limit, so the sky, you know, is just a ceiling to me. What is she even on about right now? Heroin? You're not making any sense. Isn't a ceiling supposed to stop you from reaching the sky? That's why I gotta bust on through it and touch the real sky. Outer space. I'm gonna be an astronaut one day. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it'd be fun. But why have a ceiling if it's only gonna stop you? What matters is that, even if there's a ceiling, you know there's still a sky. You may not be able to see the sky through the ceiling, but you just gotta hope it's there. You'll break through the ceiling when the right time comes. Otherwise, if you punch a hole through the ceiling of your spaceship while you're still in space and there's no sky, then everyone dies. I could do nothing but blink morbidly at that statement. So, isn't the ceiling pretty? Fine. The ceiling's pretty. Ooh, look at that star! And that one! And that one! Oh, but that one's my favorite. No, that one! This is gonna be a long, long night. Okay, I guess that's the end of the demo then? I'm assuming it is. Yep, that's the end of the second demo. So, thanks for playing. I guess that's from clicking. Oh, I just skipped the credits. Okay, so that was the second Starswirl Academy demo. Starswirl Academy Time and Again. So, that is interesting. Definitely want the whole game soon. So, alright. Link to download the game will probably be in the description below, so if you want to try it out for yourself and check out the other choices, go ahead. Well, see you next time when I play other stuff.